uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to Channel. I'm Bushkin. Today we're going to be looking at everything to do with attachments in PUBG Mobile, mainly the muzzle attachments. I'm going to be doing a full video on the grips later, but this is in response to the update 0.19.0 Livic map, which has included the barrel extender, which has really changed the game. A lot of people want to know what the barrel extender does. This is me just basically being a grub on Livic because I can. Why wouldn't you? And I want to preface this by saying Livic is a beta. So I think that may have something to do with the results that I got from the beta. Anyway, it was very, very difficult to get all these things together and collate them, but I'm going to click right in. We're going to have a look at the graphs that I got after firing up against a wall for a whole bunch of time and cutting and editing and then editing and cutting and putting graphs together and making sure the scale's right. Let's have a look at the graphs. And it is pretty much as expected. And the one that we're all going to be interested in straight away, obviously, is this one here, the barrel extender. What I want to look at, it's a train wreck of an attachment. And one of the things that was really difficult was they don't feature the barrel extender in the training area. So I had to go and do all this on Livic. We had all kinds of issues, but we'll get to that later. First and foremost, let's look at the bottom here. It was wild. That is an absolutely wild dispersion in the first 7 or 8 bullets, right? Not even 7 or 8. We look at the compensator over here. Look how tight that is. The flash hider, both these feature recoil and horizontal recoil adjustments. The suppressor was bad. Even with no attachment was bad, but the barrel extender was a pile of bollocks. These are also at 5 meters. So across the board, if we have a look at the very, very top, you're going to see that across the board, this is the top here, the recoil, the vertical recoil, that will get more, there'll be a bigger disparity the further away you are firing with this. But fairly obvious, no big surprises here. The compensator has the best vertical recoil. So tickety-boo for the compensator over here. Excellent for you. You're the best vertical recoil. The distance away from center mass here is horrible for both no attachment and barrel extender. The compensator has one unruly bit over here. That's fine. You're allowed to have 1 or 2 unrulies. But the thing I like for the most part is that the flash hider, for instance, performs really, really well. And the difference between the compensator and the flash hider is minimal. Vertical recoil obviously is huge. That's the compensator and why I'd probably favor the compensator, but it really makes a case for people running the flash hider. If you want to spray at range, especially in foggy conditions, running a flash hider would be a great idea because the flash hider obviously stops people from seeing your muzzle flash, which is how they pick you out in fog. The suppressor is just a train wreck. Over here, the distance away from center mass. It looks worse for the barrel extender, but the suppressor is every bit as bad. Let's have a look. See, these 3 sprays over here with the suppressor and the barrel extender. If we look at that, like right there, and then we look at the barrel extender right here, like there's very little difference between the suppressor and the barrel extender. What the suppressor does is get rid of obviously the audible, which is fine, but the barrel extender, what the barrel extender does is an absolute mystery. Why? Well, we'll get to that. Trust me, it's a freaking mystery. So in terms of spraying, compensator is still your number 1, right? This is number 1. This is number 2. I mean, suppressor, I guess, would be number 3, but I would not use this ever for spraying. No. What I want to talk about now is the barrel extender. What does it do exactly? Well, here's a tough thing. Let's have a look here at a little graphic. So what I did was I got the whole and caboodle. All the boys and girls got together. We worked all this out, and I needed the P90's shell velocity, the bullet speed, which is 360 meters a second, by the way. So what you're going to see here is this is me at 300 meters. Now I've already marked 300 meters out. I don't know if I showed that to just illustrate it. I didn't, but that's 300 meters, okay? And the time it takes from when it fires to when it hits is 0.83 seconds. So you're able to tell at what speed, and I've cut it exactly there so you don't actually see it happening. Here's the problem. That's with the barrel extender, 360 meters per second. Then I had without the barrel extender, and it still took exactly the same amount of time. In terms of frames, it was 51 to 52 frames. There's always a slight deviation in frames because we can't run 120 frames per second. So you quite often find yourself going 51 to 52 frames is how long it takes it to hit 300 meters, or 0.83 of a second. So then we shot each other with barrel extender and without barrel extender, and the damage was exactly the same. With an M416 at 100 meters, you do 39.6 damage, down from the 40.9 you normally do at 0 meters kind of thing. And with the barrel extender, that number was 39.6, which leads to a big bloody question. If it does the same damage, so if the damage is equal, and the shell velocity is equal, and the recoil is bad, what the hell does it do? I really don't know. The barrel extender is a complete mystery to me. But I can tell you with quite a certain degree of clarity that the compensator remains awesome. The suppressor is pretty bad, and the flash hider is pretty good. This one here, this is your middle of the road. I'm going to do all the grips again as well, so that you guys can get some kind of an idea on the grips. And I also want to run a SCAR-L versus M416 test, because basically I feel like the SCAR-L's been buffed. I've been hitting some filthy sprays with the SCAR-L lately. Also, I'll show you what was going wrong with the so you see how I'm spraying here at 25. I'm in 25 units, because what was happening was if I sprayed with 40 units or above, this bottom part of the spray was just disappearing. Like, it literally was just, that would all not be there and only the top part would be there by the time I finished the magazine. That's never been an issue before, but what are you going to do? I hope you guys got something out of that. There'll be a lot more content coming down the pipe. So I could not get this, and I had to do it on Livic to get the barrel extender, and they don't have the P90 or the S12, which is another video I'm doing at the moment, available in the training room. And because those things aren't available in the training room, I had to drop in rooms. So I had to use advanced room cards, and I just had to constantly drop and try and find everything before the zone ate me alive. And the zone's really, really fast, and I had to get people to help me. And then this was disappearing, so I couldn't get the right things. And 4 hours in, I was still no closer to being able to make a video. And then, I don't know if you understand how long it takes to make these things where you get to see all the graphs and make sure that they're all the right scale and that everything works and that they actually can be used, but it takes a long time. So for a video that is very short, this thing probably took 8-9 hours to collate the info, and then a whole another 4 hours or 3 hours to do the graphics and walk through the testing and stuff. So hope you guys appreciate it. There's a heap of stuff coming. I'm doing a P90 and S12 review, obviously. I'm doing a Livic map overview. I'm doing that SCAR-L versus M416 vid just to check the stuff out. And that's a lot of content to get through. And a lot of it's very, very graphics intensive and stuff. So, well, it's not now. I got that done, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it was worth it. And the P90 review is really interesting. I'm really enjoying Livic. My first feelings on the map are very positive. I did have some issues with some not very scrupulous characters, but we won't talk about that. Lots of content coming down the pike. If you have any videos that you particularly want to see, remember to leave a message below, and that'll give me an idea on where things are going on and what you want to know about. And otherwise, just look after yourself, stay safe in the battlefield, be nice to your mum, eat your veggies, walk the dog, and as always, remember, we're just humans. We're just doing our best. Everybody's just doing their best. Bye.